Jazzcast Pros.
Welcome to Healing Her Within, the podcast for women who are ready to break free, rise up, and reclaim every part of themselves. I'm your host, Maryann Rivera-Dannert, certified life and confidence coach, author, speaker, and a woman who's walked through the fire and came out fearless. Each episode is packed with real talk, mindset shifts, powerful tools, and soul-fueled conversations to help you stop surviving and start thriving. This is Healing Her Within. Let's begin. Today I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about me, and we're going to be talking about healing from betrayal, from heartbreaks, and how do you start to build that self-trust and that self-love? How do you learn to love again and believe that it is possible for you to find love when you have been betrayed? So, thank you so much for being here with me today. Again, I'm just sharing a little bit more about a situation that happened to me. With my husband recently, we celebrated 17 years of wedding anniversary. And a relationship that I was in right before I met my husband, I will say is that one, you probably have heard the saying in the past, the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, let me just tell you that that relationship was the one that broke more than the camel's back. It was the relationship that really propelled me into taking a deeper and more expansive look at myself, realizing that I was the common denominator in all the previous relationships that I had ever been in, whether they were good relationships and we ended in good terms, or whether they were horrific relationships and we ended in bad terms. So, this relationship that I was in prior was 2.5 years, I believe, that I was in that relationship. And that relationship, I say, was my worst relationship ever. Not in the sense that there was any physical abuse, because there wasn't any physical abuse, although at the very end it did get a little bit physical. But throughout the relationship, there was a physical abuse. So to outside people, to people that I had looked to talk about and to get some insights from, it was the constant thing. Well, he's not beating on you. You guys can work it out. So I was being gaslit from not just within my own relationship, but also from those that I thought that I could seek guidance and some support from. And when you are being gaslit, it just starts to make you feel that, okay, are you crazy? Like, what is wrong with me? Am I making this up? Like, what is really happening? And you start to doubt yourself and you start to somewhat focus on when things were once upon a time good, but then things get back to the way they typically are. So it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of bravery for me to have, number one, the courage to leave that relationship. And the thing about it is that I met my now husband shortly after. So I went from a broken relationship, which I had not healed from, right into another relationship. And I went into this last relationship thinking, okay, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But things are going to be different. I am going to set my boundaries right from the get go. I'm not going to negotiate. It's literally my way or the highway. If he doesn't agree, there's the door. He can keep stopping. I'm not going to settle. So I think for me, honestly, it was that my attitude was different. It wasn't very positive, but I was standing up for myself from the very get-go. And I think that that's one of the things that sometimes, because we are fearful, especially as women, we are fearful to ruffle feathers. We are fearful of being by ourselves. We are fearful of, this might be my last opportunity. This might be my last chance. We put up with shit because of those fears, because of that limiting belief, because of those self-doubts. And I'm here to tell you that that is not how things are going to be. That is not how things were. So for me, building self love and self trust took some time, but it was all worth it. So today we are diving into how to begin trusting yourself again after a failed relationship and how to strengthen your self love in the process. So, why trust feels broken? So, first, let me just say that when there's betrayal, when there's disappointment, or when simply a relationship does not work out, it does cause pain. Whether it was good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, there is some pain that is felt. There are certain emotions that we have to work through and heal through because, again, we have invested not just our emotional resources, our energy, our finances, our time. We have made an investment into this relationship. So when things don't work out, there is going to be some pain. There's going to be a grieving process and a process that we have to work through. So that needs to be acknowledged. And also, people stop trusting themselves because they feel like they should have known better. And here's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. You can't fix what you don't know is broken. Very rarely does someone have a sign up that says, "Hey, pick me. I am a narcissist. Hey, pick me. I am going to just love bomb you and then treat you like crap the very next day or maybe even the same day." That doesn't happen. Usually there are signs that, yes, we sometimes ignore or we try to downplay them. And again, those that comes from a place that we are not healed. We look at these red flags as pink flags or pastel colors and things like that because again, out of fear of being by ourselves, because we lack self-confidence, we lack self-love, and we don't have positive role models that we can look to for guidance, that we can learn what true love feels like or should be like. So we start shooting at ourselves. I should have known better. I should have walked away. I should have been stronger. And here's the thing, you are not broken. You just did not know what you did not know. And you know now things are going to be different and you're going to be working on that. So I want to share 3 tips to start trusting yourself a little bit more. Number 1, listen to your inner voice again. Whether you start journaling, meditation, start to reconnect with your intuition. Ladies, please hear me when I say to you, your intuition, that gut feeling that you get, stop ignoring it. Your intuition speaks to you so loudly. And if you have not heard this before, maybe you have, but just in case you have not heard this before, your stomach, that intuition, it's your second brain. So start listening to it, start trusting it, and start small. Honor what you want for dinner, what outfit feels right for you. And what do you want to say yes to? What do you want to say no to? Again, start small. Start leaning into that intuition. Start leaning into your self trust, to that inner voice. Start listening to her and start honoring it. If somebody invites you to dinner and they go into a Chinese restaurant and you don't want to eat Chinese food, then don't go. It's okay for you to say no. Whenever you say yes to somebody else, you're saying no to yourself when you know you don't want to do it. So start honoring your boundaries, start honoring your values, and start honoring yourself. If you get invited out to Chinese and you don't want Chinese, just say no, thank you. You don't need to go into a whole explanation. Oh, I'm not really in the mood for that. Oh, can we do this instead? No, you were invited out. So just a simple yes and then enjoy yourself, have a great, fabulous time, or honor yourself and say, no, thank you, maybe next time. And then go out to that Italian restaurant that maybe that's what you really want. And it's perfectly fine and it is perfectly safe for you to take yourself out on a date. It is perfectly wonderful. And again, what outfit feels good to you, not what somebody else says will look good on you. Yes, we do need to check the mirror because sometimes, we think we are coming from a place of like self confidence and things like that. But, baby girl, maybe not always. But if you feel good in that outfit, if it accentuates your waist, your hips, your legs, your chest, your arms, if it flatters you, wear the heck out of that outfit, no matter what anybody else says. And again, say yes to what you want to say yes to and say no to what you want to say no to. Number two, release the shame of missing the red flags. Betrayal or failure doesn't mean that you are naive. It means that you trusted. It means that you stepped out of your comfort zone. It means that you took a risk, that you took a chance. And for whatever reason, it did not work out. And that is okay. It is better for you to notice those red flags and walk away sooner rather than later than to ignore those red flags and literally waste months and years of your life, time that you are not going to get back. So you were not naive. You just trusted. Reframe it as a strength. You have the ability to give love. And that is what it means. So write a letter, a compassionate letter to yourself about what you learned. So in this previous relationship that might not have worked out, that you took a chance, that you took a risk, you took a chance on love, you took a chance on yourself. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Maybe you did ignore some red flags. And that's okay. Because you know what? You learned. You learned a lesson. And maybe you learned it in a more difficult way than you truly intended to or had a desire to, but you learned. So write a compassionate letter to yourself about what you learned. What red flags were present that you ignore? And tune into yourself. Do a body scan. Check in with yourself. Why did you ignore those red flags? What was it about this relationship, this individual, that made you say yes? And again, you are writing this letter from a place of compassion, not judgment, not ridicule, not being mean to yourself, from a place of compassion about what you learned. And then number three, create new boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they are gates. Practice by saying no in safe situations. Again, when it comes to boundaries, when it comes to self trust, self love, self confidence, everything needs to pause if you are not safe. Safety over everything and anything else. So, as long as you are in a safe situation, practice saying no. Each time that you uphold a boundary, you are building self trust. You are saying to yourself, I can trust myself. I am able to make healthy decisions. I am able to honor my boundaries without faltering on them. So, three ways to love yourself just a little bit more. Because now that you have shifted your mindset, now we are going to focus on loving yourself just a little bit more. So, create daily self appreciation rituals. Every single night before your head hits that pillow, grab a journal or maybe even on your phone and write down one thing that you are proud of yourself for. That's it, just one thing. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it difficult. Sometimes we make these gratitude journals and thankful journals and, reflection moments and things like that so complicated. It does not have to be complicated at all. Write down one thing that you are proud of yourself for. And over time, this is going to rewire your brain to see that you are worthy, to see that you are more than enough. Number two, treat yourself how you would treat a best friend, or even treat yourself how you want a significant other to treat you. Ask yourself, would I say this to my best friend or to my significant other? Before self criticism, because sometimes we can be so mean to ourselves on how we speak to ourselves. We think that we are doing it from a place of self-love or from learning or growing and things like that. And if we would not say it to our significant other, if we would not say it to our best friend, then please don't say it to yourself, and swap harsh words with affirmations of kindness. Number two or three, sorry, nurture your body and spirit. Self love shows up in action. So, again, how would you treat your best friend? How would you treat your significant other? How do you want them to treat you? Show up in that way. Behave that way towards your own self first. We cannot expect other people to respect us. We cannot expect other people to show us love in action if we're not doing that for ourselves. Move your body in a way that feels good to you, not anybody else, but how it feels to you. Whether it's going for a walk, whether it's dancing, whether it's stretching, whether it's just gentle movements, do something that honors your body in a way that feels good to you. Put on that playlist and blast it loud. Feed your soul. Take yourself on a solo date, rest, or do something playful. There's nothing more beautiful, and I have talked about this on a previous episodes, than taking yourself out on a date. You don't have to buy that outfit for somebody else just in case you get invited to some place. Take yourself out on a date. Wear that outfit, wear that dress, wear those new heels, wear those new sneakers, wear that outfit and take yourself out. And since we're talking about this, I will mention a couple of tips on taking yourself out. You can start by going out during lunch. Why? Because it's very busy. People are either catching up, you will see other people there eating by themselves. So go out for lunch. Number two, sit at the bar. The bartender is going to be there. The bartender is going to make small conversations with you, and they will take your lead. So if you start talking a lot, they will just reciprocate it and also keep the communication going. If you start answering in very short, close ended questions or answers, then they're going to keep it short. They're going to take your lead, but you won't be there by yourself. You will probably see another person sitting at the bar who again will also make small talk. Um, so number two, sit at the bar. And number three, and then go out to maybe dinner and ask for a table in the back. As you start to feel more confident, more comfortable, take a book with you, whether it's a book, whether it's your phone, plop in your, AirPods, your headphones, and just enjoy your own company. If you don't enjoy your own company, how can somebody else enjoy your own company? Some of the things that I hear people say, oh, people are going to look at me weird. Nobody's thinking about you. Seriously, no, I'm not trying to be harsh. No one is thinking about you. People are there to enjoy their own meal, their own drinks, have their own conversations, or enjoy their own me time. People are not thinking about you. And when you have your headphones on, or if you have a book, something to accompany, keep you busy or whatever, you stop focusing so much on what's going on externally and you start turning in the attention to yourself. Do this. I'm telling you, you are going to love it. Yes, the first, second, maybe even the third time is going to feel a little awkward, but after that, you're going to love it. And then also something else that you can do by yourself is go to the movies. Listen, the movie theater is dark. No one is going to know you're there by yourself. Even if you walk in by yourself and you're walking out by yourself, somebody might think that either whoever you might be there with could be in the bathroom, or they already left and they're in the car or something like that. Again, no one is looking at you. Going to the movies by yourself is so awesome because, again, if the movie could be boring and you're like, what the heck am I watching? You can just get up and go. You don't have to sit there to 2 hours of misery when you don't like the movie. You can just get up and go. You don't have to sit there and be miserable, because you're there with somebody else and they might have enjoyed the movie or things like that. So just go by yourself. Try it. Give yourself a chance. Okay. And as we get ready to close out, I just want to recap. Trusting yourself again is about listening to your inner voice. It's about releasing the shame and setting boundaries. Loving yourself means daily appreciation, kindness, and nurturing your body and spirit. And I want to ask you, as you reflect, what is one small way that you can learn to trust yourself starting today? And what is one way that you will show yourself love this week? I want you to shoot me a DM at the real Maryann Rivera-Dannert on Instagram and let me know, how are you loving yourself just a little bit more today? See you here next time with a brand new show. And remember that you are fearless, you are fabulous, you are a priority, and you matter.